Oh,
Step 1, look at the screen. Step 2, put a hole in that screen. Step 3, make her open the screen. And that is how you do it.
I loved it.
Thank you.
I loved it.
Thank
I
you.
loved it. I loved it. I loved it.
Welcome back, everybody. This is Big Game Energy.
I loved it. And you. And this.
And everything.
And it's pretty much
All the things.
I'm just having a real good moment.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm Lana.
I'm Josh.
And this is Big Game Energy.
Big Game Energy.
Do you think, hey Josh, could you put in post like a thing where it just wipes across and we're like, Big Game Energy, like way above our heads?
Probably not.
Oh no.
I lied.
Oh, I'm so happy that you lied. I'm really happy now.
But I don't know what I lied about. I guess you'll have to find out because only you will know.
Dang it, I'm gonna watch it. I love watching us. We're so
Well, of course you'll watch
together.
it later, but now is just uncertainty. The waveform hasn't collapsed.
I got bored with whatever you're saying. Look, my dress has pockets.
Her dress
My
has.
dress has pockets.
They got pockets. She's really proud of
I'm
that.
so excited about it.
Yeah.
I love it. Whenever anyone says anything about the dress,
What do you
I'm
got
like,
in the
oh,
pockets?
no. A squamshy.
Oh, you actually do have something.
I got
a
something.
squamshy. You have a squamshy in there? Is it scrumptious? You have a squamshy. You have a squamshy in your monkey.
It is scrumptious.
Good.
It's scrumdiddlyumptious, actually.
Oh, even better.
It's a little, a hairband for my hair. I have a lot of that, so it's to keep
Hey,
it
hair
under
bands?
control. Mm-hmm.
Oh.
No, hair.
Oh.
Hairs.
Oh, you got
Hairs.
a lot. Hairs.
I got
'em.
Jinx, you owe me a pizza.
I will order it shortly.
Have pizza times.
All right, let's do this.
Yeah, let's do it to it.
Step 1, look at the screen.
Step 2,
Step 2, move around and look at stuff. It's so hard not to continue doing that bit.
Step 3, find a ghost in the room.
Put that ghost in that box. Sure.
Okay.
Oh, that's the end of the microfiche.
all right.
This is so cool.
This is pretty cool. Okay, let's see. Oh, this sounds great. Okay, all
By
right.
piracy.
Okay, you do this one. I'll do
Dear
the next one.
citizens, please make note to keep your pies safe during the pleasant weather we are experiencing. Several ladies have reported pies from their kitchens disappearing at alarming rates. Even worse, the picky culprit is leaving behind only the rhubarb pies.
Rhubarb pie.
Until this criminal is caught or the bad weather returns, we remind our housewives to make use of their pie safes indoors or stick to rhubarb.
Leaving behind only rhubarb pies. So he doesn't like
Rhubarb.
rhubarb. But I love rhubarb pies.
I don't know what a rhubarb is.
Bebop or rhubarb are rhubarb pies.
How's your family tried the pound?
Has your family tried the pound of milk? Has your family tried the pound of milk?
I don't know this reference.
I don't know the words. Bebop or rhubarb pie. That is not how it goes, but since you don't know what I'm talking about,
I'm gonna Google that later.
It's NPR. It's a National Public Radio. It's
okay.
It was Garrison Keillor. It is no longer Garrison Keillor because he got McFired from McNipper NPR.
All right. Do you want to do this one?
Yeah, I'm gonna do this one.
No, go for it.
The Stanley T. Possum statue, owned by residents as Posse, is finally slated for demolition. Posse closed in 1967, but Richard Coulson, son of Samuel, had hopes of refurbishing the statue for new generations of Posse stood silent for close to 60 years, witnessing the beginnings of the demise of the railroad, the bands, and the Coke factory that issued, the Coke works.
Hang on.
The Cokes.
Wait. They didn't put in the Oxford comma.
Look, you hush. You don't need the Oxford comma. The Oxford comma needs us. Anyway, I'm gonna leave that.
Unprofessional.
Coke Works that ushered in his existence. Coke Works?
Are you okay?
No.
Can you get through this? Can you keep it together? We're doing a show.
How dare you? Okay. Coke Works. What is a Coke work?
I don't know.
Is it like cocaine?
I don't think so.
Is it like soda? What are coke works? I'm gonna have to Google that.
I'll Google it. You keep reading.
Okay. The coke works ushered into his existence. Teens and other vandals broke into posse over the years, and climbing up through posse became a rite of passage for many young people in the area. Residents have been torn over what to do with the beloved but derelict structure over the years. But 3 years ago, the pressure began mounting to have it torn down. A storm knocked out Posse's ear, and the next year, Ralph Jenkins fell from the staircase and broke both legs. Dang you, Ralph Jenkins! Samantha Colson Glick, daughter of Richard, finally agreed that it was time for Posse to go. The demolition will begin at 12 p.m. on Saturday, and viewing areas will be set up at a safe distance.
Coke is a gray, hard, porous fuel with a high carbon content and few impurities, made by heating coal or oil in the absence of air.
Ooh.
Oh, coal. Oh, you can make it using coal or oil in the absence of air, a destructive distillation process.
It's an
Okay.
industrial product used mainly in iron ore smelting, but also in fuel.
As fuel in
in
stoves.
stoves and forges when air pollution is a concern.
Huh.
Interesting.
Okay. Well, now we know.
Cool. I didn't know
We
that.
learned a thing.
That it's like a mineral. It's a mineral, Marie. Okay. All right, now you.
Local ghost Little Joe at it again. As the school children are quick to inform you, Possum Springs has at least one resident who won't show up on any census survey. Little Joe, purportedly the ghost of Joe Shade, nice name, I think, a miner who died in mysterious circumstances some decades ago, is a favorite spook story of the whimsical and weird members of our community. His most recent activities seem to involve getting up out of his coffin in the old section of Possum Springs Cemetery and strolling around, unnerving visitors to the largest graveyard in Deep Hollow Country.
County.
Damn it. His grave has become a destination for unruly and often destructive local youths,
Oh, those
and as
youths.
such, Possum Springs City Council is considering erecting an iron gate to protect the historical tombstones that fill the small hollow where Joe Shade lies buried. Police have also stepped up patrols in the area, so be warned, thrill seekers, you may not see a ghost, but you may see a fine for trespassing.
Yeah, we gotta go see Little Joe at the cemetery. That sounds like our guy.
I agree. You gonna do this one?
Progress Springs in Possum Springs. Randolph Stafford, owner of the Bell's Hole Mine Works, has partners with Samuel Coulson, owner of Coulson Coke Works. Oh, there's the Coke Works again. Daniel Glick, railroad magnate and prominent business owner Harrison Schreiggeist. Harrison Schreiggeist to make some stunning improvements throughout the town. The four men desire to build a model of progressive living right here in Possum Springs. The old miners' double houses on Elm Street will be torn down and replaced with spacious single homes. A new elementary school will be opened nearby along the new state-of-the-art recreation center courtesy of Arnold Applebaum.
Applebaum.
This is in addition to the improvements Randolph Stafford promised previously striking miners.
So it sounds like some stuff was going down.
Yeah.
There has been another sighting of the No, I use this accent for everything. Hang on. There has been another sighting of the albino groundhog from a very reliable source this time. Edgar Stutter reports that he saw the the pure white beast digging near Shade Gap. God, these names are all spooky. Mr. Stutter has declined to give any more of an exact location and implores his fellow hunters to admire this anomaly from afar and leave him to his business. We could not agree more with this upstanding citizen and remind townsfolk that if you are interested in seeing an albino creature, to stop by Suddy's barbershop for a peek at an albino raccoon. This is why I'm not a news announcer. We're certain this will assist your mind in completing the search for the groundhog.
Florida education, everyone. Florida public education. We can't even clap together, right? Yeah, that's how you clap for real. Okay. Let's see this. Underground gases afflict many. The houses on the large street have been evacuated after the discovery of a gas buildup in the basements that was found to have led hallucinations and scattered members of the households. Ooh, maybe I'm hallucinating a bunch? For the past several weeks, residents have been complaining of family members who began hearing voices or seeing things that were not there. Ooh, spooky. One older woman was found having an animated discussion with an empty chair. When pressed, she calmly explained that she was talking to her sister who had passed away some 50 years ago. Hey, like that lady that we went to her house and the fireplace happened. 2 nights ago, the son of Carson Zimmer...
Well, she knew her husband was dead.
...ran out of the house and leapt into Cooper's Pond a mile up the road. Moments before this, the child had been readying for bed and, according to another sibling, became increasingly agitated. The last words he uttered were about some sort of song before he dashed out of the house and into the night where his watery grave awaited them. Oh no, he died. Dead. This last event, persuaded residents to request help from the officials to see if this related to St. Luvern's lantern.
Well, usually...
A phenomenon where exposure to specific underground gases leads to certain victims to experience waking dreams, auditory hallucinations, and the sense of unseen presences. Preliminary tests indicate the gas is present in the homes, and mining officials are moving the residents until more tests can be completed.
So, okay. So we've got hallucinations, a lot of social unrest.
Some ghosts, maybe?
Some potential ghosts, but hallucinations, so whatever they thought they were seeing, right?
Yeah, I think I popped this.
And,
making everyone ears bleed.
It's fine. Interesting. Let me see this.
You can see with your eyes. There you go.
How old are you? Oh my god. Some bullshit.
I don't know about you, but I'm feeling 20 as well. That's called a throwback.
This is, I want to just say, that is super, like this, they knew.
Is it realistic?
It's very realistic,
I've never done that before.
Little Joe at it again.
So I went from, I was going like this, and then down, and gonna go backwards. And bebop, a rebop, a rhubarb pie.
Okay.
So you can do that one.
Strike.
Strike.
A strike at Stafford Mine has been called. The idea first arose after a memorial for the 1888 explosion victims. Miners gathered in the home of Arthur Borowski to continue the memorial to their friends.
Is Arthur grandpa or is that grandpa's dad?
This is, I don't know, there's no date on the article.
Okay, go on.
Arthur Borowski is. They also began recounting all of the promises the bosses had reneged. Oh yeah.
You can renege on
in the past year, including basic safety measures to avoid another explosion. A group of 20 miners entered the mines to begin the strike, and 30 more joined them before morning. All work has been stopped at the mine, and the miners are now striking in 8-hour shifts. Their wives and children have begun to bring food and water for the men. The bosses have stated that the miners are safer than they were a year ago and that there is no need to act in this manner.
Of course they would say that. All bosses would say that. Smash capitalism.
New
old store in town center. It's my turn.
Oh, look, it's the old pickaxe. Go for it.
The Old Pickaxe Hardware Store is set to have its grand opening this Saturday. We received a sneak peek of the store yesterday, and our town will benefit greatly from this new addition. Roy Burge is bringing 25 years of building experience into his new venture and has stocked the shelves with all the nuts, bolts, and nails you would need for any project, plus the latest in tool technology. Stop by and see him, and the latest trends in everything from hand saws to hammers. Best of luck to Mr. Burge. Is that her dad?
I don't know how old these are. None of these articles have dates.
It's fine. Don't worry about it.
Possum massacre. Severe violence broke out at the Safford mine strike today.
Awesome.
The bosses arrived to attempt to renew talks and were taunted by some of the children present. Rocks were thrown, and the National Guard and strike breakers opened fire on the crowd.
Ooh, over-militarized police.
After a few minutes, the smoke cleared and the gory scene revealed. 9 miners are dead, with a dozen more injured. A young brother and sister were also shot dead as they were delivering a package of food to their father outside.
And uncle.
Their father and uncle, who were on strike below when the shooting broke out. The photograph of the two children, aged 7 and 9, who were shot in cold blood, has circulated far outside of our little county. The heinous act led to a personal visit from the governor to the strike site to meet with strikers. Independent inspectors were also brought in, and talks finally began. 45 days since the start of the strike. The bosses have agreed to comply to the current safety standards and to honor the demands of the miners.
Yeah, regulations written in blood. Our Lady O'Shaw. Go on.
Man, this is real.
Mm-hmm.
All right, well, I cannot wait to read more of these, but we are out of time and must end the episode.
Really? Wow.
We really are.
We read so much. I feel like we read together. It was great. I feel like I was reading a story to people. Like I was just like,
You were.
I was.
You literally were reading stories to people. You did, yeah.
This has been a dream come true with
You
Lana.
did it. And Josh.
We're Big Game Energy. We read this stuff sometimes.
We read things. Not perfectly,
Yeah.
but we do.
It has pockets.
It still
It
has
has
pockets.
pockets.
It still does. Do you want to do... What do you want to do?
I want to do an improv game.
All right, which one?
We're at a time.
Oh,
My
God.
Becky.
Your
Posterior.
is...
Beautiful.
And...
Voluptuous.
And...
X-rated.
And...
Thick. With 2 C's.
That...
Is
really...
truthful.
I...
Love.
Your...
Back.
And...
Side.
And...
Front.
And...
Face.
And...
Legs.
And...
Arms.
And...
Everything.
And...
Personality.
And...
Work ethic.
And...
I said work ethic. You finally did it. You son of a gun, you've done it again.